here.
Yo, everybody, what is up? I am working with a new software to go live. Okay, so your friendly neighborhood physical therapist, Dr. Ryan Welton, coming to you live from just outside of the beautiful Tampa Bay area. Why am I need to flip camera. There we go. Coming to you live from the beautiful Tampa Bay area. If you are new to following me, I am a physical therapist. I'm an innovator. I'm a teacher. I publish statistically historic papers in the field of orthopedics and readership, multiple papers that you can find on my website, weltonmethods.com. And now what I am doing, so most people know me as this clinical expert guy, right? But what people don't know about me is that for the last several years, I have been helping select physical therapists and chiropractors open and run a highly profitable cash-based clinic. It's very different than everybody else. I'll explain it to you, but it's very different. But right now it's live. There should be a link right there. Click on it. You can learn more and you can book a time to talk with me about it. So there should be a link right there. If not, go to my weltonmethods.com, WHELTON, methods.com, and hit the drop down, the courses drop down, become a VIP member, join that group, and there's all kinds of stuff. Click this link right here, it brings you to the website to learn more about it. Now, listen, so in the cash-based physical therapy, chiropractic world, it is like everyone's trying to charge more, how to increase your rates, right? But and then how to sell and all these sales techniques and everything. I don't sell to anybody. I feel like if you are not a natural salesperson, which most people aren't, including me, if you are not a natural salesperson, people see right through that and it just gets awkward. And that is not something that I ever wanted to do. So what I do is I use my clinical skills to show you that I know what I'm doing. So I bring people in. So in this cash-based clinic that I have, which you can now, it's live. I'm only taking 10 people, limited spots, 10 people. It is live right now, open enrollment, and I'm only taking 10 people. And what I am doing is showing you how to target the chronic pain patients, okay? Very different than I take everybody, type of clinic type thing. Over the years, I started to realize doing this cash-based physical therapy thing for a long time. And I started to realize that disproportionately, there were people that would sign up with certain diagnoses that would go out of network and didn't mind paying what I charge, which is $400 for 30 minutes, because they had tried all these other people. Nobody knew what was wrong with them, right? But I figured out what was wrong with these patients. And not only what was wrong with them, I created a whole business model around the chronic pain world, which now I have taught people how to do this. Bring these people in. I give you everything. We'll even market for you. I tell you how to target these specific chronic pain patients with these specific diagnoses that have tried and failed everything, and how to target them on social media, how to run the ads, we'll create the landing page for you where they book right there online, and then they come in and you use your clinical skills. Very different than what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is selling PT. If you could sell PT, it's a miracle. So I relieve their pain and demonstrate trust with the patient that I actually know what I'm doing. This isn't some run-of-the-mill place. I actually know what I'm doing. And you gain that trust with them because you get them out of pain and you show them how you did it, and okay, we just need to make this stick. The person has SI joint dysfunction, upslip and or outflare, and I realigned that. I pulled on the leg, I gapped open the ASIS, and the person's pain went away, right? So, and it's like, and the person understands what happened. Oh, we need to strengthen this muscle, stretch this muscle, boom, So I created this highly successful clinical results clinic that I've been able to teach people how to do. And then that with a business model that actually is not communism, where everybody doesn't just get paid the same from this, scam insurance companies, you get paid for your actual clinical results. So if you are good at what you do, then you get paid for that. Now, what is also different about this mentorship in this coaching program is this is not a just business mentorship. You need the clinical skills to go with it. So I give you all of my clinical courses. So $3,700 worth of courses if you were to buy them individually. And I work with you clinically on how to get your clinical skills up to be able to charge $400 for 30 minutes. It's a very unique thing in this industry that I don't see anybody talking about. In fact, I see people actually recommending the opposite, that you start to learn how to sell to people and stop learning clinical skills. I think that's insane. I am not, the reason why these people are coming to my clinic is for my clinical skills. They are not coming as a salesperson. I understand what these people are saying, that you need to, in their model, you need to be a good salesperson, but I don't sell physically. I don't sell at all. I'm not a salesperson. I literally get you out of pain, show you how I did it. And, X amount of people say yes, X amount of people say no. The people said no. I try to get to one of my students. But it's a numbers game, and at the end of the month, it's the same every month for me. So it's like an actuary, so it's not complex. In fact, the one thing that people say about me constantly is, Ryan, your clinical methods are so simple. Like, I can't believe it's so simple. Like all these complex issues, like I have 4 exercises. Here's 3 exercises, do these, right? Because I noticed common imbalances in my patients over the years, right? And, but it's interesting if you click the link to go to my the Welton Cash Clinic Accelerator, there's a chiropractor on there how I taught this. And he actually mentions in that testimonial review that it's so simple, like the way that I did it. It's not some elaborate thing. I teach you how to open, run, and target these people, bring them in, these chronic pain patients. It's not scary. And I give you my protocols of what to use the way that I do it in my clinic. Here's how I evaluate it. Here's how I treat it. Now you do it. So I don't find it, I got this down now. I've been doing this, I've been in private practice 17 years. So I'm not too worried about it. But anyways, I have people now doing this and actually charging, a non-communist way of charging. I mean, if you're better at what you do, you should not get paid the same as someone who's not good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? So I will teach you the business aspect of it and the clinical aspect of it. Okay. I will teach you how I get the results that I get and the protocols that I use on each patient, and then therefore you apply the same. Okay. This is a very unique business model. It's very exciting to me because my mission, people that have followed me for a long time know that I lead with my heart, and I publish these, these historic papers in readership. And the reason why that happened is because, the people that are reading them are apparently finding them effective. And that's why they've made medical history, is because patients want results. And a lot of these patients are screwed, man. They go to everybody and nobody knows what's wrong with them, right? And they, like I just did an eval of a patient that flew in from another part of the country And this poor little girl she's 15 years old. She can't play volleyball in a year and saw 12 orthopedic specialists. And eventually, my next question to the mother was, have you been referred to a psychiatrist yet? Because usually after the surgery failed, usually that's the next step I find from my patients, what they tell me all the time. I got referred to a psychiatrist, this, that, the other thing. When actually she had SI joint dysfunction, sacral torsion, sacral shear. And I just did a follow-up call with her 3 weeks later, and she's 50% better after over a year of this craziness. So the father said he plans on writing to these orthopedic specialists that this is what was wrong with my daughter, like she didn't need a psychiatrist, So just like that, but I do the same evaluation methods all the time, like with every patient and the same protocols to address each condition. And I will mentor you clinically, and I will mentor you in business, and I will teach you how I get the clinical results that I get, and I would teach you how I get the business results that I get. So we charge $400 for 30-minute sessions, and it is, you relieve the person's pain. I'll show you with all my courses. You get all of my courses, and you relieve the person's pain, get them out of pain, and then no sales, no pushy sales tactics. I just show them the price, and X amount of people will do it. X amount of people won't. It's the same every month, just about for me. So, and that's the same in the other people that I've trained in it. It's the same with them too. It's a numbers game, but you got to have the clinical skills to do it, which is why I'm giving you all of my clinical courses. Okay. So that is the major breaking news. It is now live. Some people say, oh, limited spots or whatever. No, there's actually limited spots. I'm only taking 10 people, and it's not going to be some massive group where you feel lost and you don't have my attention. You and I will meet, number one-on-one for 45 minutes a week, where I'm going to be intimately involved in your business. I'm going to know everything that's going on in there, okay? We're going to drive these chronic pain patients to you. I'm going to teach you what I do and what I've taught others to do to get these people better, these simple protocols that I use. And it is the most rewarding thing that I have ever done. I've worked with professional athletes. I've worked with every pop demographic, I would say, soldiers, special operations guys, whatever. But if you, Ryan, when you want to work with pro athletes, like come down, no, I'd rather work with these people, and these chronic pain patients. They've given up hope, and then they finally see somebody that actually knows what is wrong with them, and knows how to evaluate and treat them. And then they're like, yeah, no, sign me up with this guy type thing. So anyways, that's that. That is what is launched now. So join my group. Okay. The link should be here, but you can go to weltonmethods.com, go to the courses, the drop down, and become a VIP member. Okay. And I'm talking in that group with all kinds of clinical information too. Tricks and tips on how to get patients out of pain, how I get patients out of pain immediately, and how, and people are commenting that, yeah, dude, I tried that, on my elbow, that worked for tennis elbow or a headache or whatever, low back pain or whatever. So I'm teaching in there for free. It's free. Join the group. Okay. It's for rehab clinicians only though. Okay. It's not for the general public. Other than that, go on to my Welton Cash Clinic Accelerator. And it is a program like nothing in this industry that needed to happen. No one's talking about clinical outcomes. Everyone's talking about how to charge more and fancy sales techniques. I do not do sales techniques. My sales techniques are my clinical skills. Get the person out of pain. Show them that you know what you're doing. When you show them that you know what you're doing, they will pay you and go out of network. You don't need to manipulate them. That's what I do. Been doing it for years and years and years, and I've taught people how to do it, and now I'm opening it up to the general public. Okay? 10 spots, and then I cut it off. Limited spots. Go over there now. Okay? Peace. Love you all.